Genetically modified foods create molecules that the body doesn't know. Genetically modified foods have the ability to tamper with your DNA. Genetically modified foods cause cancer.
Today's video is a video you want to watch this one all the way through.
Now, there's been a lot of debate around the world about ultra-processed foods. The consumer group which says they make up around 60% of our diets. So what exactly are they?
Processed foods have been linked to diabetes, obesity, and increased cognitive decline. And new research shows that highly processed foods can be as addictive as smoking and alcohol.
Did you know that Vladimir Putin, the Russian's president, he's passed a law that any Russian who grows or sells genetically modified foods is to be considered a terrorist?
When you go to the market now, it'll say plant-based, but I read labels. When I turn it on the back and look at the label, I'm like, half of that ain't plants. How can this be plant-based?
Ever thought your refrigerator might be scarier than a haunted house? Nowadays, our kitchens are packed with so many foods that could be doing more harm than good. It's almost as if we're stuffing ourselves with poisons disguised as convenience. We're all chasing after the cheapest, most enjoyable foods, and food companies are more than happy to cash in on this demand. Just take a look around. Genetically modified foods, highly processed snacks, and preservatives that are downright dangerous are now the norm. It's a spooky reality where our meals are tricked out with all sorts of unsettling additives.
The U.S. food here in the U.S. is very toxic.
America might be one of the biggest players on the global stage, but when it comes to food safety, we're surprisingly near the bottom of the list. A lot of the foods lining our shelves are actually banned in other countries because of serious safety concerns. Could it be that the FDA has set a shockingly low bar for food safety compared to the rest of the world? Or are the big food companies just too powerful to rein in? It's a chilling thought that our food might be more dangerous than we realize, all while corporate giants pull the strings.
I had the fortunate opportunity to work for the FDA during my graduate final year of graduate school. And it was a really great opportunity because it helped me understand a few things. It helped me understand that the FDA is undermanned. They don't have enough people to do what they need to do. They don't have enough funding. And the unfortunate thing is they don't have enough power to actually make the decisions that they need to make.
Food fraud is like a sneaky magic trick where companies swap out real ingredients for cheap imitations, all while making their products look and sound top-notch. It's a shady hustle where you're paying premium prices for something that's not as great as it seems. Food fraud comes in many forms, whether it's slipping cheap fillers into your food to save a buck, misleading you about where it's from, or even putting unsafe products on store shelves. In whatever way it comes, we sure know that the quality of food that is served to you is of much less value and ends up doing more harm than good to your bodies. To get the full benefit of this video, ensure you watch to the end. Here are 7 most faked foods that are approved in the US. Number 1, US pork.
160 countries have banned U.S. pork.
U.S. pork, often found in our supermarkets, is banned in over 160 countries. Why? It's because the feed given to the pigs contains a compound called ractopamine. While ractopamine helps the pigs gain weight quickly, it's not without its dark side.
U.S. pork, because the unfortunate thing is that for these animals, in their animal feed, they put a compound known as ractopamine, okay? And ractopamine is not only detrimental to the health of the pig, but it's also detrimental to the person that eats it as well.
So, what seems like a quick fix for bigger pork chops could be a dangerous gamble for your health. Number 2, maraschino cherries. Maraschino cherries are banned in Austria, France, Finland, Norway, and the United Kingdom. It contains red dye 40, which is a synthetic food dye made from petroleum products. It's associated with behavioral disorders among children and has more recently been linked to many cases of cancer in the country. Many sincerely wonder why this dangerous food product would still be approved in America.
The unfortunate thing about maraschino cherries is that the reason why they're so red because they add a dye to it, and that dye is called red number 40. And that red number 40 is highly allergenic and highly toxic to our gut health. So next time you're having a banana split or having a cake and you see those cherries on top, that's exactly what that is.
Number 3, U.S. milk.
Most of our dairy is banned in other countries. Okay, why? Because these dairy cows are injected with what's called recombinant bovine growth hormone.
U.S. milk is banned across several countries like Japan, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and throughout the European Union. Why? It's because American cows are fed recombinant bovine growth hormone to boost their milk production. This milk then gets turned into everything from cheese and ice cream to butter and yogurt. However, this hormone has been known to cause an increase in mastitis among the cows, and there are serious health concerns that it could be linked to higher risks of breast cancer and tougher bacterial infections in people who consume these dairy products. Number 4, honey.
Honey has healing medicinal properties, antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal.
Honey, revered for its anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and antibacterial powers, has been a go-to remedy in many households for treating coughs, soothing burns, and promoting wound healing. Yet, here's the catch. Over half of the honey sold around the globe isn't the pure stuff you're expecting. Many companies are mixing honey with cheaper sweeteners like corn syrup, rice syrup, sugar beet syrups, or cane sugar, which strip away its medicinal benefits. So, when you reach for that bottle of honey, there's a good chance it won't deliver the healing results you're hoping for.
Filtered honey sits in the supermarket on the shelves. They heat it up. It ruins the antioxidants. Raw honey is filled with antioxidants. This can do wonders for the health of your body.
Number 5, olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil is hailed as a powerhouse for your health, packed with healing properties that can lower your risk of cardiovascular diseases. It's often considered the best oil you can use. But here's the twist. More than a third of the olive oils you find in grocery stores today are actually adulterated. So, while you might think you're drizzling pure, health-boosting oil on your salad, you could be getting something far less beneficial.
So how do we know that this extra virgin olive oil that I just poured in front of you a few minutes ago is the real deal? You need to take another shot glass, pour the same extra virgin olive oil in the night before, put it in the refrigerator. It has to be cold, and within 12 hours, you can leave it even longer. You're gonna notice, look how cloudy it gets. Look at the difference here. It gets cloudy because the monounsaturated fats start to get more solid. Not completely solid, but solid enough to where it gets cloudy.
This handy tip to help you spot the difference between genuine extra virgin olive oil and the adulterated versions lurking on grocery store shelves. With this simple trick, you can avoid falling victim to olive oil fraud and make sure you're getting the real deal. Number 6, turmeric.
If someone were to truly, objectively evaluate turmeric, okay, I don't think there's one condition, one health problem that you couldn't find some benefit from taking this right here.
It's tempting to think turmeric is pure gold for your health, but remember the old saying, not all that glitters is gold, and it rings true for turmeric too. Much of what's on the market today is mixed with dubious substances like synthetic dyes, acid orange, chalk powder, and even synthetic curcumin. The most alarming of all, lead chromate. This dangerous additive turns what should be a powerful anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer spice into a toxic hazard. Lead chromate has been linked to skin allergies, brain and kidney damage, and anemia, making your once healthy spice a serious health risk.